No one remembered the first time humans became angry as a species. Historians argued about it. Some said it was the first war on Earth. Others said it was when humans left their planet and saw how cruel the universe could be. But the truth was simpler. Humans became truly angry when they were pushed to the edge and told they were nothing. The galaxy learned this lesson too late. For thousands of years, humans were considered weak. They had short lives compared to many species. Their bodies were soft. They needed oxygen, water, food, and rest. They argued among themselves. They fought their own wars. When humans first joined the Galactic Union, many species laughed quietly. The Union was made of hundreds of species. Some were ancient and powerful. Some were massive creatures of stone and metal. Others were beings of pure energy. Humans were new, loud, emotional, and fragile. But humans were curious. They explored, they traded, they helped. They built alliances slowly. They listened more than they spoke, and they watched. The species that would later be erased were called the Varkesh. The Varkesh were old, very old. They ruled entire sectors of space. Their bodies were tall and armored, with thick gray skin and 4 burning eyes. They believed strength was the only law. If you were weak, you deserved to be ruled. If you resisted, you deserved to be destroyed. The Varkesh had crushed dozens of civilizations. Entire worlds were turned into mines or slave colonies. The Union tolerated them because the Varkesh were powerful, and fear kept peace. Humans did not like them, but humans were patient. At first. The trouble began at a small border world called Lysa 9. It was a human colony, young and still growing. Farmers, engineers, families, nothing military. The planet had rich soil and clean water. The Varkesh wanted it. They claimed the system belonged to them centuries ago. No proof, no documents, just force. Their war fleets arrived without warning. They gave the humans 30 minutes to evacuate. 30 minutes to leave an entire planet. Humans asked the Union for help. The Union delayed. Committees met. Messages were sent. The Varkesh did not wait. When the 30 minutes ended, the Varkesh opened fire. Cities burned. Spaceports exploded. Millions died in the first hour. The Varkesh ground forces landed and began taking survivors as slaves. Children were separated from parents. Elders were executed for being useless. Humans across the galaxy watched the feeds. Something changed. Human governments stopped arguing. Fleets stopped trading. Scientists stopped publishing. Every human world went quiet. Then one message was sent to the Varkesh High Command. It was short. Leave our people now. The Varkesh laughed. They sent back a recording. A human governor from Lysa 9 was on his knees, surrounded by Varkesh warriors. One of them placed a claw on his head. "Watch," the Varkesh commander said, "and learn your place." They killed him on camera. That was the moment. The Galactic Union expected humans to declare war. They expected speeches and threats. They got silence. For 3 days, nothing happened. Then the first Varkesh outpost went dark. No distress call, no explosion scene, just gone. Then another. Then an entire Varkesh mining world lost contact. The Union panicked. Scouts were sent. What they found terrified them. The worlds were intact, cities still standing, ships still in orbit, but the Varkesh were gone. Not dead, gone. No bodies, no energy signatures, no signs of escape. It was as if the species had been erased from reality. The Varkesh finally realized humans were involved when a human fleet appeared at the edge of Varkesh space. The ships were unlike anything seen before. Smooth, dark, silent, no visible weapons, no insignias. A transmission was sent. "This is Varkesh sovereign space. Identify yourselves." A human voice replied calmly, "We are humanity." The Varkesh snarled, "You dare enter our space? You entered our homes. Now we enter yours." The Varkesh attacked. Their weapons were powerful: plasma storms, gravity cannons, antimatter torpedoes. They hit the human fleet with everything. The human ships did not dodge. They absorbed the fire. Then they moved. Human weapons did not look impressive. No bright beams, no loud explosions, just small, precise pulses. Wherever they struck, Varkesh ships shut down, power died, shields failed, crews vanished. Not killed, taken. The Varkesh tried to retreat. Their jump drives failed. The human fleet surrounded them. A final message was sent to the Varkesh command world. You had a choice. You always had a choice. The Varkesh leader demanded, "What do you want?" The human replied, "We want our people back. All of them." The Varkesh laughed again. "You think you can threaten extinction?" The human paused. "No," they said softly. "We promise it." Across the galaxy, secret human projects were revealed. For centuries, humans had studied physics others ignored: dimensional folding, quantum displacement, controlled reality collapse, technologies deemed too dangerous to use. Humans used them anyway. They did not destroy the Varkesh worlds, they removed them from existence. Entire populations were shifted into sealed pocket dimensions where time barely moved. No death, no escape, eternal isolation. Conscious, aware, and alone. One by one, Varkesh systems went silent. The Union begged humans to stop. "Think of the balance," they cried. "Think of morality." Humans replied with data: images of destroyed human colonies, lists of enslaved children, recordings of executions. "This," humans said, "is morality." The final Varkesh world was their home world, a massive planet covered with fortresses and factories. Trillions lived there. A human delegation appeared in orbit. "We will spare you if you return every human alive and swear never to raise a weapon again." The Varkesh refused. They launched everything they had. The human response was immediate. The planet did not explode. It faded. Where it once existed, there was only empty space. After that, the galaxy changed. The Varkesh name was removed from records. Their language was studied only as a warning. Their territory was left untouched, marked by silent stars. Humans rescued every survivor they could. Those who had been enslaved were brought home, broken but alive. The Union rewrote its laws. No species would ever be allowed unchecked power again. And humans? Humans returned to trading, exploring, arguing, laughing. But now, when humans spoke, the galaxy listened, because everyone remembered the question whispered in fear among the stars. What was the last species that made humans angry? And everyone knew the answer. They no longer exist.